questions in algebra. So I've got a couple of questions that I want us to go through. So here I've got 3 over a is equal to a minus 2. So our first goal is to remove this denominator. So we multiply both sides by a, okay, so that on the left side this one will cancel off with that one and will remain with a 3 there. 3 is now equal to, if we multiply this one, we'll get a squared minus 2a, like that. Okay, then now with that having been done, we can now change our 3 there and have it on the right side. I'm going to change this one going this side, it becomes a negative. This side it was a positive, so it will become minus 3 there. Okay, so let's do that. If we do that, we have 0 is equal to a squared minus 2a minus 3, like that. Okay, but it's not like the normal thing of writing, so we end up writing a squared minus 2a minus 3. Okay, this is the normal thing that we do, is equal to 0, like that. So having this one, I can now try to find the factors for this equation there that I have now. And for this one, let's see which numbers can I have that can go into okay, I can get, let me see, I can have this one as a squared minus a minus, okay, let's have minus 2a there, minus okay, minus 3a plus a minus 3, okay, like that, such that when I add these two, I'll get minus 2, okay, like that. And here, if I multiply them, I'll get a 3 there. Okay, so let's see. I can have now a there, a minus 3, then here plus 1, a minus 3. So my common factors are a plus 1 and a minus 3. Okay, these are the common factors. So I can now rewrite it as the equation. Now I can rewrite it as a plus 1, a minus 3 is equal to 0, like that. Okay, so when we say it like that, what it simply means is that our a plus 1 is equal to 0, and we can find the a value there. Our a becomes minus 1. Then we do the same for the other factor. A minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, then when we do that, we can now say our a is equal to 3. Okay, so if we solve for our factor there, our a values are equal to minus 1 or 3. These are the solutions that we have got there. Let's go to another question. Okay, so we are moving. Okay, let's look at question number 2 now. For number 2, we can multiply both sides. We can multiply both sides by x minus 1 by x minus 1. Okay, we want to remove this so that if we divide there on the right side, this one will cancel off with that one. Okay, so at the end of the day, we will remain with x on this side, will remain with x minus 1 by 3x minus 2 is now equal to 4, like that. Okay, so when we have it like that, what we then do now, we now remove the brackets. Okay, if we remove the brackets, I'll have 3x squared minus 2x minus 3x minus plus now 2 is equal to 0. Okay, is equals to 4, sorry, is equal to 4. I have a 4 here. Okay, Now I'll remove the 4 from the right side and have it as a negative this side. So I'll now have 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so if we add these ones, I'll get 3x squared minus 5x. Then here I've got minus 2 is now equal to 0. Let's find the factors for this one. So I can write it as 3x squared. I can find the numbers that I can add, and I can add and get minus 5x, and I multiply, I get 6. So I'll have minus 6x plus an x minus 2 is equal to 0, such that minus 6x plus x, I get minus 5. Minus 6x, by that I get minus 6 there. Okay, so if we now factorize, we can now have 3x here and have a x minus 2 there. And here I can factor out 1. I have x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so the factors that I have are 3x plus 1 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So we have two answers there. It's either 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. So for this one, I can solve 3x is equal to minus 1, and we divide by 3 there. I'll get my x is equal to minus 1 over 3. Okay, that's the first one. Then I do for the second one, x minus 2 is equal to 0. So I can change there. My x is now equal to 2. Okay, so our answer or solution is that x is equal to minus 1 over 3 or 2. Okay, so these are the answers that we have. Let's have a look at another question. Okay, so here I've got this question here that I want to get there. Okay, so I can have the lowest common multiple for all these, and I have got my lowest common multiple as x8 by this one and by these factors. Okay, so I've got 8, 3a minus 1 and a plus 1. So these are the factors that I have there. Okay, so what we then do now is we then multiply each and every item with this. Okay, so I'll multiply for the first item. I'll multiply, let me do this. I'll multiply every item with this. So I'll multiply for this one and then go to this one and then go to this one. Okay, and see what I'll get. Maybe let's do it. For the first one, I can multiply and have 8 by 3a minus 1a plus 1 by 1 over 3a minus 1. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing. So if I do that for the first one, this one will cancel off with this one, and I'll remain with an 8 and a plus 1. Okay, that's for the first one. We do the same for the second one. The second one, I've got 2 over that one. Let's do that. So for the second one, I'll have my 8 by 3a minus 1 by a plus 1 multiplying 2 over a plus 1. Okay, so if they multiply like that, this one will cancel off with that one, and I'll remain with 8 3a minus 1 and a 2 there multiplying, and this is the second one. Then I do for the last one. The last one I've got, I'm multiplying 8 by 3a minus 1 by a plus 1, and I'm multiplying with a factor of 3 over 8, and remember it's a negative there, so our 8 there will cancel off this one, and we will remain with our minus 3. We remain with minus 3 by 3a minus 1 a plus 1. Okay, so this is what we'll have at the end of the day. Let's now write what we have. This one, this item here, and this one, and this one. Okay, let's add. So if we add, we'll get 8a plus 1 is equal to 16. 3a minus 1 minus 3, 3a minus 1, a plus 1. Okay, let's simplify. We'll get 8a plus 8 is equal to 48a minus 16 minus 9a squared minus 6a plus 3. Okay, so I've simplified there. Then on the left side, I can take everything to the left side and have 8a plus 8 minus 48a plus 16 now plus 9a squared minus 6a minus 3a. 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is what we now have. Let's simplify this one. If we simplify here, I'll get 9a squared minus 34a plus 21 is equal to 0. Okay, I was grouping like terms together. Okay, so the like terms are this one, a. We get 9, we get 34 minus 34. Then we've got these ones on their own, we get 21. And then this one, our 9 squared, we write it as it is. It has no partner there. Then we can try to factorize this item here. If I try to factorize, I can get a minus 3 and 9a minus 7 is equal to 0. So it's either we are saying a is equals to 3 or 9a is equal to 7. Okay, so there, this one becomes an a is equals to 7 over 9. Okay, so these are our solutions there. Okay, you can even check if you want and go to your question and substitute for a is equals to 3 and see from the equation that we had. Our equation was 1 over 3a minus 1 is equal to 1 over a minus 1 is equals to okay, sorry, I made a mistake there. Okay, it's a plus there, this one, okay, is equal minus there